Hello, this is Shane from ComX, the AusComX show, I should say, and also ComX. And this way, yeah, that's Morgan. I did it the right way.
I did it the wrong way.
And we're here to talk with Zach or Isaac George from What Zach Drew, and chat about, well, his Bronwyn Kickstarter, if nothing else. So let's get on with the show.
Sweet.
Dun, dun, dun. There's that beautiful silence, and I'm going to break it up with a bit of a dun, dun, dun. Hey, Zach, how are you?
Good. How are you both?
Good, thank you.
Excellent. Good to see you, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Good to see you, dude. All right. Over to you, Sizzle.
Yeah, sorry. All I was going to say is just to get so everyone knows that link down the bottom. What that is Zach currently has a Kickstarter for Bronwyn's 1, 2, and 3. That's all 3 issues.
Wow.
That's the original Bronwyn as well, for anyone who might be a little confused, because there are 3 different Bronwyns out there. There's Bronwyn, there's Bronwyn the Further Adventures, and there's Bronwyn the Cursed Crossover. So this is the original series reprinted. So it's a rarity at the moment. And I'll go into it more later, but that's just the link for it to go check it out. So, yeah. Over to you, Morgan.
Sweet.
I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that.
Down to your grilled.
Yeah. All right. Let's get started. So let's dive right in, Zach. Normally we do the whole, what got you into comics? But we're going to skip right past that, get right to the meat of the bone, meat on the bone. Bones don't have meat. I don't know what marrow is anyway. So talk to us about Bronwyn and kind of where the idea came for it. And yeah, what was kind of the origin of that? What got you interested? And yeah.
Okay. Bronwyn came about because when I was 16, 17, I started looking into my family tree, and I've got, on my mom's side, it's largely Irish. So there's that. And then I love ancient history. So there's also that. And I grew up with like Xena on TV. So there's that. And you just throw it all together and you get that. And then Bronwyn got her name from, I did work placement at Wollongong City Gallery. And the woman who looked over me and made sure I wasn't blowing things up in the gallery, her name was Bronwyn. So swipe that too.
So
but she knows I stole her name for it. So
well, that's always good then.
Yeah.
So
cover all my bases.
There's a bit of family history in there. A bit about your own experiences and all that sort of stuff. And so 2 things I pick up immediately when I read the comic is love of history, which you just spoke about, because that's really clearly evident, and love of Xena, which is also, I didn't immediately get it, but then you just look at the cover of any of the Bronwyns and you think, yeah, I can kind of see, that sort of strong female lead with the, sword in one hand, and very, very cool. So what sort of era of history is the big draw for you? What do you like most?
Ancient history-wise, probably around like end of the Roman Republic. So when Caesar tried to declare dictatorship and got knifed in the back for it. So around there. And Bronwyn is placed historically. She was 10 when Caesar invaded in the battle across the Rubicon, and the Battle of Alesia happened. So she's like the survivor of Alesia, which gets referenced here and there. So there's actual historic stuff referenced in the book to help ground like all the gods and monsters and stuff like that.
And that also then means you can flog it like mad to the school kids because it's educational, mum and dad. It's not just a cool story. It's educational. Get it in school. That's the way to go.
Yep. So Lee thinks it's educational, so he just backed it. AusComX.
Nice.
Lee from AusComX.
Thank you.
Awesome. So what's the I know there's a few different sort of storylines, but what's the main storyline and the character Bronwyn? What's she about?
Okay, so these reprints are the actual main story. The Further Adventures lines is just filling gaps because the main story kind of drops you in like midway through a story. And I was George Lucas and went backwards. So, if you think of Bronwyn like Hellboy in the sense, like, I have thrown my character into mythology and I'm intertwining her through history and mythology. Except I just stay mainly in the Celtic zone. Because I don't think Celtic myths get shown enough. It's normally Greek and Roman. Or Egyptian.
And Norse. Norse is a big
one.
The
The Celts normally get left out. So, that's part of the reason why she's Celtic.
Cool. So what's the main kind of plot, if you like, the big
she unwittingly, she kind of gets tricked into being part of a prophecy a little bit, and that all plays out, and it follows a proper Celtic legend. So putting her in the middle of it, of something that really did happen in Celtic myth, which is Lugh and Balor fighting, except that's already happened and there's stuff happening to make it happen again, but she doesn't realize that she's part of why it does happen or will happen, kind of thing.
Right.
I'm explaining this badly.
No, it's good. You don't want to give away too much.
Spoilers. You don't want to say get the spoilers away.
You want to leave a little bit of mystery. You got prophecy. You got myths. You got violence, but also a bit of intrigue. That's what you want. And education. Don't forget, mum and dad. Christmas time. Wrap it up under the tree. Now's the time to get in.
Your child too can learn that there was a demon horse that drowned children. Fun fact.
Just great stories for kids. You know,
no, that's Further Adventures. Even I know
Don't go near rivers. That's the moral.
That's right. We don't hear enough about. We just don't teach our kids enough about that. You know, at 9 o'clock at night when they're going to bed. That's what they need. Stories to scare them.
Scare them straight. They will respect the full fence.
That's exactly right. Remember the demon horse now, Jack. You remember.
Remember the demon horse.
All right.
I actually have a question for you, Zach. With all this, what do you call it, myth and legend and so forth, did you have to research a lot of that, or is this something you already knew from?
I knew bits and pieces, but I've since gone out and now have a bookcase full of Celtic and Ireland and Welsh and Scottish history books and
cool
stuff like that. So I do research a lot.
Oh, cool! That's really cool. Well, my next question was
because they are actually weird tales.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's good that you know this because my next question was actually not the ones in Bronwyn, so we don't give away any stories. But what would be your favorite legend or myth outside of what you're using in Bronwyn, if you can remember?
I like the Morrigan. She's a goddess of war. That's a cool one.
What's that about?
She's a war goddess, and from memory, the guy's not allowed to kiss her or something, and he betrays her, and she winds up chaining him to a stone, and he dies slowly over 100 years or something. So,
lovely.
Yeah,
Sounds like something. Sounds like a after dinner story.
And then Lou and Balor I like, which is the original version of David vs Goliath.
Oh, okay.
So it's essentially the whole slingshot fight thing, but Lou did it first. Yeah, there's a lot. The Kelpie I do like, and I put that in. So,
All right, cool.
yeah.
Over to you, Morgan.
Sorry.
Sorry.
The reason why I'm a bit distracted is because I'm just looking at the Kickstarter campaign. So you've already reached your goal. So we're at the goal. Actually, do you want me to hang on? Let me just see. All right, we're going to do it. Are we going to do it? Sizzle, will you relinquish control, or do you want to? I was going to.
Do you want to bring up? Are you going to share a screen?
Yeah. You ready? Are we
sure.
Good?
Yeah. You can. Right. You do it. You drive, my friend.
Let me just have a quick look at all of the things I've got open, and we're safe. Everything's good.
It's all safe. No confidential stuff.
No confidential business whatsoever.
LPG, right. That sort of stuff.
LPG. All right. So can you see?
Can you see
the screen? Yes. All right. So this is the Kickstarter.
I'll bring it up a bit bigger.
Okay, cool. And I'll zoom in a little bit. There we go. Is that better?
Yep.
All right. So, we're already past the initial. So 29 backers already met the goal. So congrats on that. That's really cool. Let's go down a little bit about the story. So get in and have a read, a little bit about the book. And here's some awesome covers. So that's all right. Issue 1. So a couple of covers for issue 1.
Yep.
Who did that one? That's really cool.
That's Duncan.
That's Duncan, right? Duncan. Okay.
Yeah, he's done another one that I'm going to steal. He doesn't know it yet.
I love the. Yeah, sorry. That just really appeals to me. The thing through the head. That's really cool. Oh wow. Okay, so sorry, I shouldn't be just looking and gawking. I should be explaining. Or if you want to explain anything about it, here's issue 3. Oh, the blood. Nice.
They're the slasher cover versions.
I like them. Nice. All right, and then we've got some sample art. Very cool. So obviously,
the insides.
They're the insides. Yeah. So it's black and white, but sort of grayscale as well. Well, what do they call it in the comic book world? Two-tone or
grayscale, I think, or tonal.
Yeah, grayscale, and it has accents as well, doesn't it? Or am I thinking of another one?
The lettering, like the sound effects, is color.
That's what I knew. I saw something that was color. Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. So some cool rewards. You've got the issues themselves. There are also
bookmarks, badges.
Bookmarks, badges. Wow, whole bunch of stuff. All right, and they're kind of grouped into the three issues, which is really cool. Wow, that is so cool. All right.
And to anyone watching, you want to at least get the pledge $35 or more. Issues 1, 2, 3 bundle. At least get one of each cover.
Yep, get in there, back it. Good stuff. All right. So
again, that link at the bottom for anyone who's tuned in a bit late, that is the link to the Kickstarter. At the bottom of the screen, scrolling across the bottom of the screen. That's a short link, as they call it.
Cool. All right. So let's get into the deeper, more meaningful part of the interview, where we talk about you, Zach, and your personal journey in the art world. So what sort of first got you into comics? What were the early comics that you read? We've heard about your sort of love of history, but on the comic and the drawing creative side, what started you on the journey?
Well, everyone can blame Bruce Timm, who did Batman the Animated Series.
Oh, yes.
Right. I grew up watching that, so that really made me want to draw as well. Right. So everyone can go and flood him with hate mail if you want. I don't know. And then comics, I got given, like my mum went, after I was born, my mum went back to uni to finish. So I got comics to go sit in the corner and shut up while she listened to her lectures and stuff. So nice. I remember a Godzilla one. I remember an X-Men one. I think I just got given whatever to just look at the pretty pictures. But the very first comic I bought was a Xena one, so
Right.
figure.
And
I've since met the artist who drew that issue, so bonus.
Oh, really?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was Joyce Chen.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Well, I think
Got
we've got a
a
question
head
here
sketch
from
of
the
Xena too.
audience, but I can't. I don't know if Spedzi's written it wrong. See if you guys can make any sense of that. Maybe I'm pausing in the wrong spots or putting commas in the wrong spots. Does that make sense?
How many issues before a big fat collection of everything? Bronwyn in chronological order. When issue 4 comes out in February. After that, I'll be binding 1, 2, 3, and 4 because that's an arc done. Then that leads straight into the Wrath of the Curse crossover, and then that will flow into like the final arc that wraps up everything. And
so that's what he meant. I'm glad someone could read what he said.
And then the Further Adventures is an 8-issue series. Issue 2 comes out January, February. And then that will also start filling in some gaps of in between the main storyline as well. But they're all dated, so you can kind of jump between the issues. And in the reprints, I have like a proper thing like how to read the series.
Oh, wow.
And it tells you
that's right. Yes.
In order.
That's a great idea.
And just to answer Spedsy, I have no idea what you're talking about because I can't read it. So just shut up, Spedsy.
All right.
But
So
eventually I will bind it all together.
Right.
Awesome. And
That's
that would be the Bronrobus, as Peter put it.
I'm trademarking it. It's mine now.
Cool. All right. So let's talk about protagonists or hero figures, main characters that you like. What do you like most about the Bronwyn character, or what do you like about a lead figure or a heroic figure? What kind of what draws you to that figure?
My main goal with Bronwyn was to break that stereotype of like the big-chested swimsuit superhero kind of thing. So I've lost sales because her breasts aren't big enough. So fun fact.
We've all been there, Zach. We've all been there.
So I find that.
I love you've had an actual complaint. I love that you've had an actual complaint.
I have.
You're telling me.
Really?
He's had an actual complaint to make her breasts bigger.
Or shorten her skirt or less skirt, or it goes on.
What
makes
a treat.
you worry.
Yeah, so I'm just like, great, you're adding to the stereotype. We're all creeps. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. Just to interrupt, we've got another question from the audience. This one's a bit longer. Not quite that serious, but it's still a question I'm going to put out there.
Oh, that's gold.
So he's read 1 to 3 to know about the ash. So that's something.
That's cool. That's partly because the ash thing came about because I've kind of incorporated some of the King Arthur legends in there as well. So the lady at the lake is who gave Bronwyn her sword, who gave it to Lugh to fight Balor, kind of thing as well. So there's bits and pieces that lead into further folklore as well. I just made Bronwyn get there first.
Right.
So.
Okay, so apart from the visuals of Bronwyn, what else?
Protagonist-wise, she's really competent, but at the same time, she's made errors. She's messed up some stuff. You kind of see that in the Further Adventures, where 10 years later, she's still haunted that something happened that she couldn't stop, where she really couldn't have stopped it no matter what. So there's that. I don't want to create a character that's just perfect, because eventually they become boring when you don't relate to them at all. So That's what I try and do with Bronwyn.
Right. And so moving on to villains then, or villainous kind of types. So is there anything you wanted to give away about the villains in, without giving too much away, in Bronwyn, or what attracts you to, again, that type of villain character?
Again, women aren't really they tend to dull down women as a villain in Hollywood a little bit. Like they can never truly be like properly evil. They always wind up with a redeeming kind of arc or something. Like if you look at the Angelina Jolie Maleficent, they did it to her. Yeah. It's like, no, she's a badass villain. Why'd you do it? Yeah. So my villain is straight up just she's gunning for the throne to lead the gods, and she's going to do what she needs to do to get it. She doesn't care. So clear motivation.
Right. Super driven. Whatever gets in my way, I'll crash.
Pretty much.
So you'd say with the stuff you're doing in the comic, you're trying to keep it at least semi accurate to the legends and the myths?
Yeah. Bits and pieces changed to fit Bronwyn in there.
Yep.
But the whole the main story's still there, if that makes sense. Like things are rearranged and stuff, but it kind of follows. Especially for the main story, it follows that story line and the stuff referenced in the stories and stuff I put in there as well.
Oh, so, cool.
Trying to keep as much of it in there as possible.
That's really cool. So no gods with hammers going across rainbow bridges or anything. Oh, okay.
That's Norse mythology.
I know. They really cartooned that one big time.
So what's the most challenging thing you find about creating comics, or just the comics industry in general, but your kind of part in it? What's the most difficult, challenging?
Getting your book out there is a big one. That's just hard, I think, for everyone. Hang on, James. And a lot of times it's the time and funding. Like ultimately, if you really want to do it, you're going to find the time, you're going to find the funds to do it. But it is that I need to do this and this and this, but to do that, I need to do a million other things that aren't comics to get the book out. So it's the balancing act of it all and getting your book out. It's probably the hardest bit.
So it's not so much the story writing or the drawing or anything like that. It's more the practicalities of how do I get this in front of readers and get it out there and all that sort of stuff.
Because I don't mind the writing because I wind up having to read more. So, and I do like the history and the research and everything is the really fun part for me. Yeah. Coloring it takes forever because I hand color. I don't digitally color, and I do it all myself. So, found that out recently because I was working on another issue, and I penciled and inked 9 pages within 3 days. And I'm just like, I should just send this to a colorist so I can keep going. And then I'm just like, I don't want to relinquish that yet. So
yeah, that's one of the challenges, isn't it? It's what's worth your time more? Is it just quicker to get it done and get it through, or and relinquish a bit of control and get someone else to do it for cheap? But then it's like, is it going to be the quality that you want, and it's your baby, and are you going to hand your baby over? Yeah,
because I was looking at one graphic novel, and it's the Harley and Ivy series that Bruce Timm and Paul Dini did, and in the back it's like an art edition. He hand colored it, the entire book, and then handed it to the digital colorist and said, "Can you mimic this?" To make sure it was like how he wanted. I'm like, I could do that, or I could just color it and then put it out myself. So I don't know. It's scary because you don't know if the colorists will get what you want, or like you can talk them through it, but at the end of the day, it's not you doing it. So you wind up just sitting there like, it's not what I wanted. But I don't know. I'll get there eventually.
That's the world of a writer right there, because you have an artist, a colorist, sometimes a letterer, and it's exactly the same thing. It's like, I want to trust you. I want you to do a great job, and I believe in you. But what are we going to do if I get a page back and it's just not, we just don't gel? And yeah, that's can be the icky part of the business, that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Like I've had one cover come back, and it was the first and I think the only cover. I've had to request more edits on another cover, but this one was just like, she wears clothing. I need a skirt. She needs a skirt. So, yeah. But it is always that awkward kind of thing, requesting edits as well, because you're like, I don't want to piss you off.
Yeah.
But I need edits. So,
yeah. And as an artist yourself, that'd probably be even more so. Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that we eventually get there in the end.
There is something. I don't know. I mean, just speaking for myself, but there is something nice, particularly with a Kickstarter, and something where you can see how much effort has gone into it. Particularly anything hand drawn, hand colored, all that sort of stuff. It gives it a bit more magnitude, I think, than something that's all done digitally. Or not that that's less, but I don't know. There is something. There's a volume to it when you can see that just the hours someone has poured into this project. Yeah, absolutely, totally genuine. And I suppose that's something nice about projects that are artist driven, written by the artist, conceived by everything is one person. It's a hell of a lot of work, but you can really appreciate that they've had this vision for this whole story and they've brought it to life. But yeah, I wouldn't want to be coloring at 2:00 in the morning. That's for sure.
Well, I'm an insomniac, so it helps.
There you go. Always got more.
The secret to getting more done.
That or coding, where you forget you had a whole issue, just let it on your computer ready to go, and you're just like, rightio. But yeah.
Interesting reaction to coding.
It is.
Memory loss and extreme productiveness.
Yeah.
They better put that warning on the box, I reckon. May lead to getting a lot done.
And you'll forget you did it.
And find it months later. Go, oh, what's this? That looks like my handwriting.
So if you had to sit down with Bronwyn, with your protagonist, which is kind of hard because there's different times where she's doing different things, but if you had to sit down, maybe where she is now in the 3-issue journey, what advice would you give her, or what would you be, if you could give her advice, what would it be? Not because you know the future. I mean, forget what happens, but more.
I would say buckle up because it's going to get harder.
Yeah. Turn left in issue 5 because,
Well, ultimately, it's because she feels so much that she got in the predicament. So I think it's more kind of the ease up because you can't save everyone kind of thing.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Take it a bit easy on yourself.
Yeah.
Which is kind of hard when you're a hero figure, I guess, that whole...
If
I don't do it...
She takes a lot on board from what I was reading as well, so... Yeah. I have a one for you to just go right out left field here. Actually, hang on, was this question already asked? I wasn't paying attention to Morgan. He's just that guy over
just
there.
Blah blah blah. Yeah, just white noise.
You're.
Sorry, reading. It might have been written in the comments. That's why I'm not sure if I've read it already. What advice would you give to someone who's coming into the industry with your amount of experience that you've got? because you're not new to the industry anymore. That's for sure. So for someone who's just coming in, what main advice or advices would you give them, apart from just that it's hard work that you were saying before?
Go in knowing that it's not going to be an instant success. It's a long trek. Don't expect a lot of money. Don't go in wanting a TV deal off the bat, because that's pointless. Be prepared to work on it. And if you're going to do it with someone, make sure you are really on the same page about the project.
Yes. Good advice.
Like I've worked with other people's and people on books and stuff, and it's the first issue comes out and it's I want to go this way, I want to go this way, and eventually, like, everyone I've worked with, we're still friends. So, but it turns into well, you want to take it here and I don't want to take it there, and then the book goes into rewrite, and then you never work on it again, sadly.
Oh yeah.
And the 2 books that's happened to is really unfortunate because they're really cool series. So
Bugger.
Hopefully they do come out eventually, even if I don't draw them. I don't care. They should just be told.
Fingers crossed.
So I'm trying to find the question. I wrote it down and everything, and now it just looks like words.
Sorry about that. I just threw that in there, and I realized you'd already half asked the question, and I realized as I was asking it.
All good. I found it. So, as a seamless transition, on the back of that answer, if you could collaborate with anyone in the industry, be they artist, writer, I don't know, there's no wig makers in comics, whoever they would be, who would you love to collaborate with, either on Bronwyn or something else?
Nicholas Scott, I really want to work with at some point.
Oh, I should have known that.
Or Adam Hughes. I really want to work with Adam Hughes.
Oh,
but
okay.
Even Mike Mignola, like, he's a massive influence, so I think that would be cool.
Right. Okay,
to at some point work with him.
Yeah, get a Bronwyn cover or 2 from him. That'd be nice.
Ooh.
Just as an extra.
Yeah. But
they're
probably 3 people I'd really want to work with in the industry.
Good choice.
But there's a lot more, but I'd probably, like, if I had to really pick, I'd go for those 3.
Yeah. If you're on a desert island and you can only pick 3. Okay, so a little bit of a wacky question. You're in the car, you're going through McDonald's drive-through, you have the protagonist, Bronwyn, sitting next to you. What does she order?
I forgot about this question. This is a good one. I like this one.
I'm going to go nuggets. I created this and I like nuggets. So we'll go with nuggets.
I like it. Excellent answer.
In this mythical world, Bronwyn, the hero, would go nuggets. Absolutely nuggets.
I'm sure the Celtic people had chicken nuggets. I'm sure of it.
They just called them something else. All right, so same question. The villain, what would she... And she's not allowed to just kill everyone and eat them. She has to eat something from the menu of McDonald's. Oh, see, this is an interesting one.
I'm thinking,
yeah.
Well, she's based off my friend's likeness, and my friend's a vegetarian, so I'll go with salad because that's evil. Who gets a salad from McDonald's?
You don't make friends with salad.
Not vegan, vegetarian. Sorry. So we'll go with salad because that's evil.
Salad. That is so I'm fine with salads. Love salads. But a salad from McDonald's is like the worst.
That's evil.
Like you would.
Yeah. I worked at Macca's. I used to have to make them. They were evil.
Did you? Yeah. They're just, if you're going to McDonald's, you're not going for salad. There's no.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong place.
I would say a sundae or a McFlurry, but the machine's always broken, so that would just piss her off.
Heads would roll.
And then carnage. Yeah. All right. So keeping in line with a little bit off-kilter questions or weird questions, You know it's coming. It's been coming for a while. Favorite food while watching your favorite movie. What would that combination look like?
Favorite movies, Lord of the Rings, and then
nice.
Wow, you get a 3-course meal with that.
You need
thing,
something with high carbs so you can get through that entire movie. So.
Yeah, that's right.
And snack-wise, I'd probably Maltesers or M&Ms.
Nice choice.
Right. Very good.
Like the Coke would have to be there. Coke is always there.
Coke's going to be in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, Bronwyn on a sugar high. That should help her in a battle.
And man, if you just ate that, you're gonna like drop before they've even left with the ring. You know what I mean? You'll just come off the down quickly. They won't be anywhere near Mordor, and you'll be. So main meal. What would the main meal be? 2.5 hours into the first movie.
It's funny because I watched them the other day and I fell asleep during the third one. Like I made it through the first two.
Yeah, that's like 6 hours though. That's an effort.
They were the extended ones, so they're like 4.5 hours long each.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Defense of the vegetarians here.
Lee.
Lee, I mean, it is evil. You're going to McDonald's. You don't buy salad from McDonald's.
You don't go to McDonald's if you want a salad.
Main meal. I don't know.
It's fine. It's just going to be Maltesers and M&Ms. That's all right.
If it's just Maltesers
Coke.
and M&Ms,
We'll just go Coke. That's fine.
And with Coke. Yeah.
Jumbo
Just
size
Coke.
pack. Jumbo size.
Just a nice
That's
big
your main meal.
bowl of Coke. You can just have the soup. You can drink it with a spoon.
IV going into your veins, so you don't even need
That'd
to
be
go
better.
to the system. It just goes straight in. You just mainline Coke.
I could borrow my V line. I've got one of them for V.
There you go.
I really don't think I should inject that into my bloodstream. Give it a go, but I'm pretty sure it won't work well in the end.
Probably
I don't think it'll end well.
Science reason why not. Whatever.
Yeah, you and your science.
All
Cool.
Right. Are we ready for the gift?
We're ready for the gift. We're at the end of the show, Zach.
Oh, that was fun.
That was fun, yeah. So, just a reminder before I give the gift, everyone, down the bottom of the page is the link down the of the screen. Sorry, not the page. Down the bottom of the screen is the short link to the Bronwyn Kickstarter to get issues 1, 2, and 3 of the original series. That is Zach's little masterpiece of the original series there. He has a stretch goal of, what's the stretch goal, Zach? 1,200, is it?
We are $39 from the second stretch goal.
Hey.
Sweet.
Blowing through it.
So if we get that, what is it you're doing?
Second stretch goal, more pages get added to the sketchbook bits.
Yep.
Third stretch goal, the book gets printed in full color and not black and white because it was originally drawn in color. So it'll be the first time that it's printed in full color.
That'd be pretty cool. So what is the third stretch goal? What is the amount?
1,300 or 500.
Oh man, that's like 10 backers away or something. Not even that. We can do it.
We can do it. Come on, people, back. Tell your friends. Tell your friends' friends. Tell your friends. Tell their friends and their friends.
Now that I know it's there, I want to see it in color. So let's just all get in and do it. Because I've got 3 copies coming, and I want them. Are they all going to be color? Or is it the first one that's color? I don't even care.
1,500.
1,500. All right.
1,500. So 1,500. Let's do it, people. 1,500. Let's get this color.
Woo-hoo. All right. So
back.
Of
yeah, I agree, Peter. Back.
Thank you.
James, the link is at the bottom of the screen, the comx.vip/Bronwyn123. That'll take you to the Kickstarter. James just asked how to get there. Cool. Okay, so we're at the gift section of the show. These are not in color, I'm sorry to say. We're going to start with Morgan's.
Let me preface it by saying, you might think that I traced it again. I make no apologies. I'm a busy man. I'm super important. Just ask anyone. And
Yes.
it's still, anyway, done. But hopefully
all the value of the picture is in...
It's the signature.
The signature.
That's awesome.
Also, I gave her a pick for some reason, and she already had a torch, so Minecraft.
That's cool.
And mine, well, I followed the 10-minute rule this time, so it's a little bit rough.
Come on, Sizzle. You draw better than me. Let's go. What do you got?
Oh, yeah, right. Here we go. 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Do you like the sound effect, though? I threw in a bit of Xena.
Oh, covers, both of you.
They're one-off, limited edition, never to be repeated. No one's asking for them.
No one's asking.
All yours. All
Careful
yours.
until I print them in the book.
Oh, you're welcome to if you really want to. Oh, you can't see it,
value
James.
to drop.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. When you're on the phone, you can't see the scrolling text.
Ah.
Ah, thank you, James. I never knew that. Well, hang on. Let me just quickly go into the banners and see if I can do this quickly.
We're taking a look under the hood now.
Can you see that, James? Just out of curiosity. You should be able to see that, surely. Oh, he's on his iPad now, so he can see it. Good stuff. Okay. Duncan says he can see it on his phone, so it might just be James' phone. Bugger. Cool. Well, you got the gifts. I've got the link up there nice and big now. So go there, comx.vip// that is. Bronwyn 123. That's Bronwyn BRONYWYN. God, I can't even spell Bronwyn. 123.
Awesome. Well done, Zach. It's going to be
well done.
awesome.
Well, you're over the main targets. That's the main thing, and you've done what? Stretch goal 1 and 2. You're saying
nearly 2.
Nearly 2. Okay, cool. And it's 3 that we're going for. So get 2 over the line, people. Then let's charge to 1,500. I wanted these books in color because I've pledged on all 3. So nice. I want color books. God damn it!
Colors.
Pledge, people. Pledge. Cool. Well, thanks, Zach. Much appreciated you coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. And I guess this is where we say goodbye, and I go to the right screen and go to the next section.
I'll catch you all later.
Part that I'm totally not prepared for. Cool. Let's go. Okay. See you, Zach.
Bye.
See you, Zach.
Bye.
See you, dude.
Okay, what we think? Oh, we'll leave the Bronwyn up there.
Yeah, why not? All right.
Should I go first?
You go first. Mine's a special thing, so you go first.
Uh-oh. You're not going the same as I am, are you?
No, it's all right. You're good.
I've got the Further Adventures. Now, my understanding of this one is, if I'm getting this right, and Zach is not here to correct me now, so I can get it wrong. The Further Adventures is like a prequel. It is filling in the gaps that were left by the original series. It's a bit of a it jumps backwards and forwards a bit. So I don't know if you'd call that an anthology or not. Nod your head if you would, Zach, because I can still see you. Yes, you would call that an anthology of sorts. It's all Zach, though, so it's not multiple artists or anything like that. It's all Zach, all his art, all his writing, just different stories from different periods in the history of the main story. Like he said in the interview, it kind of the main series drops you in the middle of the story, and you're sort of just thrown into, oh, here's this Bronwyn person, she's trying to do this, she's trying to do that, oh, these people are doing that to her. This kind of explains what the hell was going on before that, and lets you know what was going on with the villain, because the villain just pops up in the main story, and this gives a bit of reasoning behind what the villain's doing. And I should be flicking that out at you guys, not at myself.
Yeah. Show us the. Oh, so that one's wow. That's full color.
Yeah, it's full color, this one.
Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah, and that's what, if we get that 1,500 people, that's what the original ones will be as well.
Yeah, that's what we want.
This is awesome. I only had one problem with it. Only one problem. I didn't have the problem with it today when I reread it, but when I first read it, I was a bit lost.
I thought you were going to say the breasticles weren't big enough, and I was going to say, come on, man.
No, it wasn't the breasts. Breasts were fine. The breasts were fine. No, my problem was, because it was jumping all over the shop, I didn't realize that the further adventures were a continuation to another series.
Right.
So I'm going, what's going on here? It's sort of jumping all over the shop. Why is it doing this? And that, I think, my reviewer picked up on the same thing, made a comment about it, and Zach put in this is how you read the series, the order, into the books now.
Right.
Because it did leave me a bit, because I didn't realize there was a Bronwyn, just plain Bronwyn series, 1, 2, and 3. When I read this the first time, I thought this was the first book, because it was number 1, Further Adventures, Bronwyn. Cool, that's what the book's called. And it was still cool. You could follow the individual stories, but you're a little lost on how they all connected together. Now that I've read 1, 2, and 3, this makes total sense.
That's cool.
There is no confusion when I read this now, because I know who all the players are now, and how they relate to each other and why they're in the story. But some of these things, I'm like, why is that even in there? How does that relate to this other person? But in the main story, they're all there together, so it tells you why they all relate to each other. So, all in all, awesome book. It is an awesome story. The art, I've got to say, I love Zach's art. The hand coloring is just. I thought it was watercolors the first time I looked at it. I was quite surprised that it wasn't. But then again, I'm not an art person, so I really,
you're not an.
I could see textures and I could probably see textures and think it was computer. So I don't know. But the art's beautiful. Hang on, we've got some comments coming in.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, awesome art. Yep, awesome art. Go Zach.
Yeah.
Nicholas Cleary. Feedback is fantastic. Yep. So yeah, definitely worth getting. I would definitely say get 1 and 2 and 3, and not just because we had Zach on just now. Get 1, 2, and 3 from this Kickstarter. Get us over the 1,500 lines so we can get it in color, and then go out and get this, which, not to plug myself, because it is available through Zach directly, but you can also get it at ComX.shop to get your own copy of this. So head on over there and pick up. And while you're there, pick up Bronwyn and the Curse crossover, just to get the whole series in there. Because I believe Zach is up to, he's done 1 of the Cursed crossover, 1 of Bronwyn Further Adventures, and 3 of the main ones. So you got 4 coming out of the main ones, 2 coming out of the Further Adventures sometime down the track, and a Cursed one coming out, I think, soonish, if I'm remembering what Zach said. So yeah, that's my little spiel. Mostly the book itself, because we're meant to talk about the book itself, not everything else. Excellent read. A lot of good fun. Awesome art. Awesome story. Love the Celtic stuff. I've got a lot of Irish in my ancestry as well, so I love. This is sort of like a little learning book as well. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love the history side. Yeah, really cool. All right, so we're gonna have a first on the ComX podcast today, an unpackaging. OMG, an unpackaging of something that I've had on my shelf for a little while, specifically because I wanted to unpackage it and because I was a little bit lazy. So this came.
You're showing everyone your address there. You know that, don't you?
Oh, yeah, that's good. Let's go. Let's show you No, I won't show you Rob's address. So this came a couple of weeks ago from Mr. Rob Lyle, Spedsy. I haven't opened it. That's on. Oh, hang on. Can't see the thing.
Oh, hang on. I'll boost you up. Sorry, I should be doing this for me as well.
So.
Oh, nice. Signed.
Many chooks signed. I can't get it open.
That's a good thing.
That sound that you can hear is me still trying to get it open because it's precious. So you don't want to.
Yeah, you want to be careful.
All right, it's out. So that was unexpected. Fantastic. Thanks, Betsy. That is awesome, mate. That's really cool.
It's a print. Cool.
So that was just a print. It is Vamoose number 2.
Oh, Vamoose. Yes.
Yes.
I have quickly read that. Sorry, Spedsy, I haven't read it all the way through.
Hang on. I'm going to... Oh, this is the bit I do not like, is having to hold it up like that. So...
And I'll boost you up so it's easier to see.
Cool. Look at that. Doink. Nice. This is the quick, rapid... So obviously this is the continuation of number 1. Really fun, really cool ideas, great stories. This number 1 sort of gives you a taste, and then this is obviously the continuation of that. Really cool. Spedsy gave a heartfelt plea over the internet, and I felt compelled to purchase. And yeah, really good. So obviously I haven't read it, but I thought we're unboxing. That's a new thing that we can also do. And it takes less time and effort from me, which is great. But yes,
you don't have to read anything, and you don't have to review it. Oh
no,
I'm onto you.
And the kids like things being unwrapped and stuff. So it's a Christmas miracle. So anyway, so that's going to be my next read, and looking forward to it. There we go, Dunskies.
Cool. I'm just going through the comments here. Lee from AusComX says, too late. I've screenshotted your address. I'll be there in 10.
That was not a smart move on my part, but you're all welcome. Come on board.
I thought I'd better point it out to you before you put it right up to the screen.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Next time I get a package, I might just sort that little one out first. Yeah, before we do that.
Yeah, good thinking.
Yeah.
Keen to get it. Yeah. If you're interested, Lee, to get the other ones, they are at ComX.shop. I think I've got variant covers as well as the normal covers. So yeah, just choose what you want. So I'm just reading the comments here rather than bringing them up. I should bring them up when I answer them. James saying that looks cool. Thanks, James.
Is there the comment about whether or not you wear a wig? Is that? Oh, we won't bring that one up. That's fine.
No, we won't bring that one up. No. No wig.
Leave that there.
I wear a hat. I wear a hat, so you cannot see the wig.
Cool.
Right. Oh, okay. Thanks, Lee. Well, I'll try to get more books into the shop by then. He's just Lee. Oh, sorry, I should bring that up. I'm answering questions without showing what I'm talking to. So yeah, I'll get more books into the store so you can make it a massive order. Take advantage of that $9 flat rate for all Australia. Not plugging myself for anything here. $9 flat rate, any size order to within Australia.
Wow. So you could order 100 comics and it would be $9 postage.
$9 postage.
Unbelievable.
I don't think I've got 100 comics in the store yet, but you can order everything and I will send it to you in one big ass box.
Just clean it out. Clean him out in one go. $9.
This is good because I pay commissions to everyone who puts their books in there. So this will make me happy.
Cool. Sweet. Do we want to? Is there anything else we want to show, or
Well, I only read I read 1, 2, and 3 as well, but I haven't got physical copies to hold up or anything.
Yeah.
But for the actual Kickstarter itself, I read 1, 2, and 3 today because I have privy to the PDFs. One of the perks of my job, and sorry, I'm just getting thrown by some of these comments. Yeah, and awesome story. I really got into it, and I couldn't wait to get to the next issue each one. So I was glad I had all 3. To be honest, I would have been a little upset if I only had 1 or only 1 and 2. So, and now that I've read up to 3, now I'm looking forward to 4. I want to see what happens next. So that's always a good sign. It's a good story where you're like hanging out to see, okay, I'm really invested now. I want to see what's happening to Bronwyn. I want to know who the hell this person, who I won't say how she's related, is. And yeah, I want to find out what the hell's going on. So I want 4. Damn it. So yeah, that's the other thing I read today. So that's all I've got.
Cool.
Yes,
sweet.
I do.
All right.
Do you want to do one of yours?
In the spirit of self-promotion.
You pick one. You've got the power.
All right. I'll pick one. Okay. Everybody, I'm driving. Get ready. It's coming. Okay, here we go. So this is an ad, and I'm making it do the thing now.
Come hear the ballad of Litmus Shul, a man drawn into a world not his own. A song of love lost and hope betrayed.
Ooh, it's got a physical copy.
Oh,
what is that now?
Oh my goodness, it's got things in it and such. Oh, artworks and writing and things and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, this is my comic. It's not really a graphic novel size, but it's kind of a self-contained story from the Rust Chronicles kind of world.
Yep.
Yeah. So by all means, if you're interested, just go to morganquaid.com. That's me.com for my ego. And yeah, you can find it on anywhere that you buy these things from. Yeah. So anyway, cheers. Shameless advertising over.
Shameless, and I've done enough shameless advertising. Oh, what the hell?
Oh.
There's my ad. ComX.shop. Yeah.
Beautiful work.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll write that in there. We're asking for a domain in the comments. Let's send it out there. I'll send the easy one first. ComX.shop. That will go out to almost everyone. There's certain parts of Facebook, if you're watching, you wouldn't have got a comment just then because Facebook has weird rules. See if I can spell Morgan's name. Or let's just put anyone's name out there. Is it .com?
Yeah, .com.
.com. Yeah, I spelled that right. So for those who can get it, there you go. There's the link. Did it go out to everyone? No, it's still trying. Come on, computer. Oh, it had issues with Facebook. Sorry, man. Your name is not Facebook worthy. Well, what we'll do is we'll just put the comment up. There we go. There it is. I spelled it right?
Yeah, that's all good. All good.
Okay, good. Just checking. I'm horrible at spelling, so.
As am I.
I always stuff up something. Well, it's not just spelling; it's typing in general. I'm horrible at.
Just words, numbers,
words.
letters,
Yeah, words.
Colours.
Words.
Yeah, but apart from them, we're sweet.
Spoken word, written word, thought word.
Singing.
I don't like any of them. English in
Swear
general.
words. We're pretty good.
Swear words. Yeah, that's the only one I'm good at.
Yeah, you're a champ at it. All right, good show.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Morgan. That was a great show. Much appreciated.
Same to you. Thank you very much.
Your ComX-ness today. And
a pleasure.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw out that ComX word all the time now. And last week I said you're from ComX, and I said no, he's not. And then I said, and I got all confused. Just for the record, Morgan is part of ComX, so I'm just putting that out there.
Indeed.
Yes. So I don't know why I flustered over that, but yeah, that's just me under pressure. Anyway, we shall go. Thank you, everyone, for watching our show.
2 ticks. I think Zach's just sent us a message. $80 away from color. So super close.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Way to go, people. Color is 1,300, sorry. Yeah, okay. So we only have to get to 1,300. So $80 off color, people. That's like 3 pledges for all 3 issues. Boom, and we're there. That's all you got to do. We just need 3 more people to get all 3 issues, or someone can just get one of the big packs and just get us over the line straight away.
Awesome.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I want a color comic, damn it. I want 3 color comics, damn it. I'll make another account. I'll pledge for more, damn it. Whatever I have to do. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, now I've got to go to the right screen so I can do press the right button. Okay, so here we go. $80 more people, get out there, support the Kickstarter, Bronwyn 123, and see you next week. Same ComX time, same ComX channel.
See you guys.
See you, Morgan.
Have a good one.
See you,
dude.